Hello everyone, I am Dr. Eric Morrison. This is 7 Under 3, and I'll be covering trading education, more specifically Forex swing trading, using the TC2000 platform. Trading foreign currencies can be a challenging and potentially profitable opportunity for investors. However, before deciding to participate in the Forex market, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. Most importantly, do not invest money you cannot afford to lose. Hello everyone. It's 11 p.m. Central Time, and this is the speed run for the Forex currencies. The 21 currencies that I watch, and I want to go over what happened from the open from 5 p.m. this afternoon to what just happened now. There was a major swing with the Aussie dollar and the Canadian dollar. As you can see here, we had put our stop at the hump of the dragon, and look, it had such a swing. It went all the way up to 0.902, then all the way down to 0.872, and it took out our stop. So we closed out this trade at 0.88393. So we are now out of this trade because of this wild swing. And this is what I would consider very wicky. But something happened major in all the financial markets. They were down across the board in relationship to the coronavirus scare. This particular trade, it's always good to do ruthless risk management. As you can see here, it paid off. We were able to protect our trade. With the Aussie dollar Swiss franc, right now, as you can see, we were talking about how it skirted the extreme Bollinger Band here, and it went all the way down to 0.58, and then snapped back, just like we had said, and it would snap back to that standard deviation, that extreme. So right now, this is one candle that's under the RL10, and so if we get another red candle, because the rules are 2 red candles below the RL10 signifies a short, 2 green candles above the RL10 signifies a buy. But we also want to make sure that we take into consideration the season. So this is in line with the season. It is now winter. MACD 1030 is pointing downwards, and so we're going to watch this and check it out again at 11 p.m. Central tomorrow to see whether or not we have a trade. The Aussie dollar, Japanese yen, same thing. We have one candle went all the way down through the extreme of the Bollinger Band and then snapped back up just above it. Currently we have one indicator, and then once this candle forms, if it's another red candle, we'll have to make that determination whether or not we go short for this particular currency pair. And as we have, the season is in the winter. The Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, as you can see, I went ahead and did not trade this particular currency because of the up-down. You can see it again, up-down, up-down, up-down. And look at this. Again, very, very wicky. Not sure what direction it's going to be going, but there's a lot of consolidation that's happening with the Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. The Aussie dollar, US dollar, look, it just snapped back. So this trade is also closed out. And we had closed out there. We had a protective stop there, ruthless mismanagement, break even plus dinner for 2. And look, it just snapped all the way down to the extreme of the Bollinger Band and then snapped back up. With the coronavirus scare, this was supposed to be in the season of the spring, but look at the extreme range of this particular candle. Went all the way down there, took out all those stops because of news, and then snapped back up. The CAD Swiss franc, we are still in this trade, and look, it just continues to go down. So all of our short trades are doing very well. So we had it at the RL30, and now we're going to move it down to the belly of the dragon to lock in that profit, because look what we have here. It is just riding the edge of the Bollinger Band at this point, and the season aligns very well with the CAD Swiss franc, and that's the winter season. CAD Japanese yen, same thing. We're going to move it down to the Bollinger Band, and as you can see here, again, it's snapped all the way down here in the markets. Not sure exactly what the market is, but if you follow the technical rules here, that it seems to just continue to follow through with this particular trade. So we continue to make gains with the CAD and the Japanese yen. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, it's very wicky. And as you can see here, we got our first indication breaking through all of this range, and we'll see what this candle forms up to. But we're right against the 200 moving day average, so we'll see whether or not it's going to break through that or it's going to bounce up and go back up. And we're still in the winter season for this particular pair too. Euro Aussie dollar, we were stopped out. We logged that as a loss. But look, it just shot up, way up over here to this extreme high with the Bollinger Band. A lot of stuff is happening within the market. It is in the summer range here, and this is the first candle above the RL10. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Euro CAD, same thing. We're still in this trade, so I'm going to move it up to the hump of the dragon to lock in this profit. And as you can see here, we have an extreme range, and it's still following the extreme range of the Bollinger Band. And we're in the summer, so the seasons match up with this particular trade. Euro Swiss franc, very wicky here, and we wanted to make sure we had confirmation up there. Now we just broke down this low. If we want to go ahead and consider a particular trade, we can do that. But what I want to do is wait for another swing high and then back down to low to confirm. I don't want any wickiness. I want direction and then another confirmation below the RL10 before I go into this trade. But if you look at this is a counter trend trade, and if you see, we're in the spring, so it's just getting ready to transition over. But we'll see if it enters the next season. But it looks like it's about ready to cross over. We'll see what happens. Euro Japanese yen, again, very wicky. We were avoiding this, and look at this. This immense candle just shot down all the way to the extreme edge of the Bollinger Band. Interesting and significant candle, and it is signifying the downward trend, and it is in line with the season. It's the winter season, and we'll see what this candle does tomorrow. This trade, we are out a small loss, and as you look, it just shot all the way up to this extreme part of the Bollinger Band. A lot of the major markets are unsettled now. There's a lot of volatility, so this is what can happen with the currencies when something in the world happens significantly to affect the markets. Euro USD continues to move up, and it continues to rise RL10. And if you look here, I'm going to move this stop up to the hump of the dragon. New Zealand and Canadian dollar, we had a buy in this location, and look at this range of this wick. So now New Zealand Canadian dollar is very wicky, and it showed such indecision at this point, such extreme indecision, that it took out our stop. So we got our break even plus dinner for two. It should still continue on an upward move. It's still in the spring mode as far as the MACD 1030. New Zealand Swiss franc, again, another confirmation. Down candle would be a potential short in this case. And it's in line with the season, the winter season. New Zealand Japanese yen, same thing. We have a confirmation candle of down. Another red candle would be a confirm to short this particular market. We had the New Zealand US dollar. We had a buy with a break even plus dinner for two, and look, it just took out that stop, and we got our dinner for two and just kept on going down and went all the way down to this particular range. This is what they can consider a black swan event, where you could actually potentially jump all the stops and go all the way down to this thing. But it didn't do that in this case. It took us out at our stop. The good thing is when the market is open, you have those stops there to protect your trade. See, and that's the difference when you have markets that open and close, open and close. The Forex is open Sunday evening and then continues on through Friday evening at 4 p.m. And so since the market is operating 24/6 in this case, you can protect your profit. USD Canadian dollar, you look here, we still have our trade, and it's still up in this case. And we got our protection at the hump of the dragon, and I'm going to go ahead and move this up to the next hump of the dragon at this point. So we've protected our trade, and we've got initial protection here there, and it's riding the extreme edge of the Bollinger Band. And it's in line with MACD 1030. US dollar Swiss franc has moved down significantly, and we're going to go ahead and move our stop down to the belly of the dragon. And as you can see here, it continues to follow the RL10. So this is a nice trade, or a nice swing trade over so many days there. And it's still within the winter season. USD Japanese yen, and again, another nice trade. We have it following the extreme edge of the Bollinger Band, and I'm going to go ahead and move the stop down to the belly of the dragon. So that is the speed run for 11 o'clock, right after the change of the candles. We'll go ahead and see what happens tomorrow. Happy trading, everyone. Well, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button below and the subscribe button. And if you want more information on TC2000, I have an affiliate link below. If you open up a TC2000 account, you will receive a $25 discount using that link. Thank you for your time.